Oh, here we go. Ba, 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 ba. Look, an overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. He uses our aetherites against us. He has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary. Trespass, violated, defiled. You no take candle. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear him not. His fate shall be decided by Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You shall be first to face judgment, then Limsa Lominsa and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. Cool. He's a big boy. He's come, Lord of Crags, Titan is come. Overdweller, art thou deaf to their weeping? Thy vial covereth ever blessing of land and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to suffer thy defiance. Thou didst bring Ifrit low. Godless overdweller, thy myriad heresies shall not go unpunished. Upon thee I shall wreak a terrible vengeance. It's pretty cool. Whoops. Oh, I see what it's doing. I want to be close to the edge and not inside the indicator. Yeah. I get it now. I guess they can't res me. So with that, there is nothing to say get away from him. Like, he jumps up in the air and I saw everyone else running, so I'm like, oh, they must be running to outside the spot. I'm like, standing in the damage zone though. So there's kind of nothing that says get out of the middle. The Lord of Crag's great father Titan has fallen. Crystal for me. Thanks for the help. Team that can't see it, I'm saying thanks for help. The crimes of the Overdwellers shall never be forgiven. Never be forgotten. No, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you, deny, decry, defy. You no take candle. How do you know I'm not separate? Now these things are readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure that is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Ritartan. My curiosity is, so you eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. I had another dude that we called Rit. I couldn't pronounce his name that helped us along this. Is that him? Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could be readily subjugate who Eorzea given but little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What you say may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Dude's got 2 shields. Love it. Fool. And now he has a 4th. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer. Farther you have come, your work is far from done. Heh. Stole the sword. And naught remained to mark his passing. While the Asians are nothing if not elusive, it is of little wonder that they should have cast advanced teleportation magics as well. That they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? Yeah, that's assuming the healer saw that I was in the wrong spot. I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I've taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued yet. Cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to Athrite and Zelma's Run. We'll rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Agreed. Sure. Had I not moved out of the middle, would I have died? If I just stayed wherever the guy jumped from? Hey, they all gave me a commendation. You can take it as a tank, but squishy maybe. Just move further away from the impact. They don't list an impact point the indicator was a circle on the outside. And everyone moved to the outside, so my thought was, oh, I guess I have to cross the line to be outside the blank area in the middle. It turns out if you cross the line to go to the blank, cross that line to be in there, you're actually moving to a damage indicator. In which case there's no indication to the player in the middle where to go. Whereas all the other damage indicators, well, the only other damage indicators that you've been shown have been don't stand in the damage. So potentially then someone squishy could be in the middle and be like, oh, there's a damage indicator on the outside. I'll get away from that. They could, or, you know, they could be on the outside, run away from a damage indicator and die anyway. And they'd be like, why did I die? I wasn't standing in the damage. So I think when you've got a system that is, we're going to indicate where the damage is and don't stand in it, kind of need to, you know, follow through with showing people where the damage is so that they know not to stand in it. Now granted, I stood in a spot where I shouldn't have, because maybe I was standing in an indicator, but that's why I asked if you'd stood in the middle, if you'd be taking damage. I have different generic getaway spot indicators these days. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what else there is. I'm relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. Y'shtola is keen to discuss your next task. Though word will have already reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative are ordered to inform the High Command mission success. The honor is rightfully yours, Panz. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. They get better. See, the easiest thing to do with that one would be put a circle in the middle that you don't stand in, because that's where damage is, and then have the circle on the outside that had the thing, so that way you end up with this ring, and it doesn't have to be this wide, it could be any thickness, of safe zone, and then people would run to the safe zone. I'm honestly surprised when stuff like that gets through, 'cause it's like, it's kind of obvious, you know? Your system literally has been, it's a damage marker. You take damage standing in the damage marker. You know? The red indicator is part of the arena that falls off. Yeah, that's right. Which means if you're not standing in the red indicator, you shouldn't be taking any other damage then, according to systems already generated by the game that we've been playing under. However, if someone was standing where the dude's going to land, you're going to take a chunk of damage. So they need to have a damage indicator in the middle as a circle to say, don't stand here. The latest expansion. So they're learning. I mean, they're obviously making improvements. Most MMOs that lasted multiple expansions have made improvements, which is good. But I'm really surprised that one is the way it is, because it's sort of something that you would have thought feedback would have said, hang on, we just died to this. And it's the first time we've come across something through story progression that goes against the norm. And so maybe, you know, it is what it is, and we still won, so really don't care. But it's just a good talking point. Speak with person. I can speak with person. Okay. Rashat? Rashat? I did the thing, Rashat. Thank you for coming, Panz. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I'm pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. The people of Limsa Lominsa are forever in your debt. I shall relay the details of your report to Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And everybody clapped. Panz, this has been Philia. Y'shtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Y'shtola emerged from Ogoromoro unscathed. My Tatru and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Return to the Waking Sands. I can do that. Now, Mrs. Panz has been playing this remix of Rocket Man. Very chill and easy listening. It's a bit boppy. I just can't get it out of my head. It's not a bad thing to have on repeat in my brain, but... Wait. Search for survivors. What? Upon return to Waking Sands, you're greeted by the sight to make your blood run cold. The bodies of your allies lie strewn about, victims of what must have been desperate struggle. Would that you have been there to protect them? Search for survivors and offer them what succor you can. Oh man, not the younglings. Wait, where's this one? Oh, this is not good. Eorzea. This one is glad, walking one is safe. Oh.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoix, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one. And in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
Oh, the gunblade.
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Tataru, this is why you don't bring your kids to work day.
Confound it.
Why didn't she call us?
Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Scion. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Oh. Oh.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
Those gun blades do not look very...
And yet you knew to look here.
Like,
but how?
it just seems awkward, hey? Like, hold it. Yeah. They look cooler.
Hold that thought.
No. Oh, leafed one.
No!
Conditions of surrender. Denied.
What?
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough!
Shut her own, dude.
We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Yeah, she kicked our cabbage. Walking one. Minifla asked this one to groan. In case walking one returned, this one was to say, at church in Eastern Thanlin, walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect walking one Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Don't you die. Passed out. Not dead. Not dead. Chat. Seek shelter at the Church of Saint Adama, Lindama. Eorzea. Pan's angry now. There's something troubling you, my son. You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. Curse my enemies, Father. Call down divine vengeance upon those who butchered my friends. Crimes of which you speak are grave, yet I cannot do that which you ask of me. Be assured, however, the gods see all. If you would ask them for anything, let it be justified, not vengeance. No, vengeance. The wild roses are dead, Father, and I know not what to do. I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? Are you certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Rakshas. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Smite them with the Lord's vengeance. Marquess, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquess. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain, Marquess is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experience took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquess, I want you to look after Panz. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Ooh, okay, that means it's 35. Let's go do our 35 job quest first. And then we'll come back and speak with Marquess. Every time... Oh wait, the dude's now in a new spot, isn't he? So you want to be a pugilist? No. Be a thaumaturge? No. Where's the dude? He's in the new spot. Every time I come back to go do the job quest, I start running off, remembering that I have no idea how to get there and that it's further away than what I would want to fast travel to. Chamber of Rule? Genlands? Oh, Genlands. Captain Genlands wishes to teach you more of the paladin arts. Except, you have earned the right to call yourself a paladin, but how do others treat you? Do they recognize you for what you are? Remember that fancy swordplay and well-polished armor do not make you a paladin. You must be just in your heart, and strive always to be an exemplar of true virtue. Once, not so long ago, the Sultan Sworn could walk the streets with their heads held high. When they marched by, the small folk would look upon them with reverence and gratitude, and no one was more respected than the captain, my predecessor. When I first saw him, I was still a child. My father had promised to take me to a local festival. But somewhere he took a wrong turn. We became lost and stumbled into a secluded back alley. Luck was not with us. The next moment we found ourselves in the middle of a riot. Drunken hunters were firing arrows into the crowd, and we were caught between them. There was no way out, only a matter of time before we would be struck. That's when the captain saved us from our plight. I'd never seen a sword move so swiftly. It flashed faster than my eyes could follow, and in seconds the hunters were on the ground or fleeing for their lives. The captain was gone down the street, slicing at their heels, before my father had time to thank him. Even today I can see the captain as he was then, blood on his sword, armor impossibly bright in the sun. After all that, all I ever wanted to be was a paladin. I would practice endlessly with my sword, dreaming of bandits defeated and monsters slain. Even after I became one of the Sultan Sworn, the memory of the captain still inspired me. I was always the first to arrive in the training yard and the last to leave. So the years passed, and before I knew it, I found myself named captain of the Sultan Sworn. Yet the triumph was hollow, because by then the honour of the Sultan Sworn elite, that very thing that had drawn me to the Brotherhood, was a mere vestige, the discarded banner of defeated foe. There were many reasons for the fall, but the loss of Oathkeeper. Yes, that was the mortal blow. The sword Oathkeeper was bestowed upon the first captain of the Sultan Sworn by the Sultan of Uldar. In time it became our standard, the symbol of the oaths we had sworn. It was treasured by each new captain for generations. Possession was proof of Sultan Sworn command. But then the unthinkable came to pass. Oathkeeper was stolen by the traitor. It shook our brotherhood to the core. How can we be trusted to protect the Sultana if we cannot even hold on to the symbol of our fealty? We have been tarnished in the eyes of ruler and ruled alike. If the Sultan Sworn are to survive, we must find the traitor and recover Oathkeeper. But the Sultan Sworn have grown too weak, and we cannot do it ourselves. We've been forced to recruit outsiders to help us in our cause. I have high hopes for you, my friend. It is a great thing that we ask, and you must learn more of our secrets if you are to succeed. In Outer La Noscia, near the Hermit's Hovel, is a grove where ringtails congregate. Pitting yourself against a host of the beasts would be a fine way to hone your skills that I will teach you. In the grove you'll find another brazier, this time filled with a potent incense that will drive the creatures into a frenzy, defeat your attackers, and return to me. We would have. This is where we went and did the got those kills earlier. Whoa, you're a big boy. Oh. This is cool. They're floating islands. Huh. I think we might need to navigate. Whoop. I need to navigate up that way. Didn't see nothing, Rocky. Nor did you. Yep. More. Done. Alright, gentlins. Thanks, Walsa. Teach me something good, gentlins. Please. Well done. You've taken the skills I taught you and made them your own. I still don't have word of where the traitor is hiding, but I will inform you the moment I do. Until then, continue your training. Ability Sheltron. Block incoming attacks for 4 seconds. Increase Oath Gauge by 5 each time an auto attack lands. What's the Oath Gauge? The souls of paladins bequeath their wisdom. Ooh. Shiny. The Oath Gauge displays the current strength of a Paladin's Oath, which increases as auto attacks are performed. A strong Oath is required to execute several select actions such as Sheltron, Cover, acquired at level 45 and Intervention at 62, and will grow weaker upon using them. Certain actions will increase the Oath Gauge. The symbol indicates defensive stance Iron Will is in effect, which increases enmity. Okay, so that goes behind it. It looks very cool. Alright, so I'm guessing I need 50 Oath Gauge. Right, so you can get it up to 100. So you can have 2 of those ready to go. So you can have 8 seconds to block incoming attacks at the start of a fight, if you needed to. That seemed pretty good. Now I could do the next one. I'm gonna go speak with other dude though. That next one's gonna be 40, right? Yeah. Yeah, Jenlins, I'll be back later. Yeah, making a lot of progress. It's good. What did we finish yesterday on? I can't remember now. My guest has a personal request to make of you. Sure. Excuse me, Panz, do you have a moment? It concerns me, this broken horror which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with a device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so, so I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead and obtain ballpoint chisel and pair of needle-nose pincers. They're often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I don't expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Oh, yes, ma'am. I shall return. Post haste. Traveling goldsmith. A ballpoint chisel, you say? A pair of needle-nose pincers? Well, those don't come cheap, you know. Those balls. I mean, yeah, that should be sufficient. Just nice doing business with you. I think he robbed us. Have you brought the tools I requested? You good, dude. Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how did I do it? These hands, my hands, they move with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I'd performed the same motions countless times before. Well, maybe you're a watchmaker in the past. Or before you had your head trauma. Pardon me, Panz, this is a mistake. Please give the horologe to Sister Lund. The man who once owned it is currently in her care, and I think it best to be returned to him. Stupid cat. It's the best name ever. Oh, that's great. Good morrow to you, sir. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? Never before I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. They are more common in Garlean. I am given to understand the cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marcus said they belonged to the deceased. Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garlean spy? May behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marcus manage to repair this device? I knew he had talent for trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. Ding. Wait, I had a better weapon than the one that I just got out of the thing? Weapon crate ripped me off. -4. Rude. Should have saved it for a different class. Sister Lune is staring at you with great sadness in her eyes. I recognize you now, Panz. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the Waking Sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Speak with the merchant outside Waking Sands. Oh, okay, that's Waking Sands. My friendos. I'm going to have to do that at some point as well. I'll speak to him in a second, I just want to have a look. Jerkhole Garleans. We got all the work done. We can escort them back, maybe. Hey, dude. Hey, you don't look like one of them church fellas. That'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so it's off to the lich yard they go. You're thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. It was stuff for nightmares. I tell you, God's damned Imperials. We don't know what quarrel they had with these folk. They sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you around here before? You just have one of them faces. Ah, never mind. Anyway, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have a mind to leave the remainder to you. I want to cover your nose while you work. Some of the focus start to turn. Oh. Make it. This one. The youngling. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they complain if you're rough. Dude, shut up. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then? No respect. And one is sad one. Come on, come on. Let's finish this off before I die of old age. I want to give it to him. Eorzea. Should be all of them. Thanks for the help. I reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to Lichyard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them our work here is done. We should take Eorzea back to the Silvers. We can identify. They're on their way, Alund. I see you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. No. Now I know that Narax is dead. You could have lived in blissful ignorance that she made it back home. First carriage from Vespa Bay arrived not long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I'd like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured we will treat them with the utmost respect, do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Sister Lude wishes to discuss one of the Scions who perished at Walking Sands. Although we can perform rites to most of the Scions, there is one whom we cannot accept. Would you like to return this one to her people? Yes. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Eorzea, this one does not understand. Eorzea, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Eorzea, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So not only Eorzea, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Eorzea went to Thanlin at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Eorzea at the end. Tell this one that Eorzea was brave. Tell this one that Eorzea did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Eorzea home, Walking One. These ones also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. When the time comes for walking ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Naraxi's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Turn to alert. Back looks here. And it's raining here too. We thank you for your service to the Church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I'd remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Panz. I guess believes he's being watched. I'm not imagining, Panz. I know I'm being watched. This is different. Sinister. As if I'm under observation. Feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? Will you take a moment? I'm being watched. Imperial. Die, Imperial scum. was someone out there. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it, he was watching me. Why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Perhaps know something of my past? Only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Illud must hear of this. You tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend. That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Have you any idea who this man was? Notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel. Means the man who was watching Marquess was... Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. Must summon the immortal flames, before more Imperials come.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
What do you know about the attack on the Scions?
At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
And Eorzea?
And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Cid Garland. I have come for you.
Oh, that's the one that did the flying stuff. They were talking about... Yeah, I thought his
fear
dog was a
you
bit
are
weird.
mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you? Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction. leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the Calamity. So let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Oh, he's getting it.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
He didn't actually mean revive the Scions when he said revive the Scions. He meant revive the club. Father Luton has some parting words for you and the others. What a curious twist of fate that Master Cid Garland would at last be found within our church. Defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Panz. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of Calamity, much like the great Gubu Wall of Uldar. It states the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania towards Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Forgood Float, closest settlement to Kurthus. Mayhap the Serpent stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Cid. Eorzea. Is there aught I can assist you with, sir? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garlean's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know that airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after that I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Vought Fort at Floor and Tell Spire, who was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I am unsure what you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, should you not need a man of Master Garlean's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that machinery is fiendishly complex. Yeah, and I haven't raised my engineering up above anything yet. And I do also have some Central Highlands enemies that need to be slain. Gotta kill them all. Oh, hey, Vodafort. How you doing? I've come in search of Vodafort, and well met, you have found him. Indeed, I have served as whaler for many years, but since before the Great Snows came to Kurthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. Wonderful wishes to tell you the final fight. Yeah. 'Twas on the eve of Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. And all of a sudden, the most fantastic ship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the Calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthus. The astrologians in the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you'd need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I would expect much, though. High houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalmud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Speak with some dude over there. Well, we can try. I think that is just through here, right? Well, we'll see where that is when we go across the line here. Boulder Dawns. White Brim, Dragonhead. There is something in Dragonhead for us. Snow Wolf Pup. Let's skirt around to the right here. Actually, should go see these guys before they say go kill some Snow Wolf pups for us. It's tough call when you've got a killing book and there's a thing that you need to kill in it in front of you. Hello, go by me. Going through. Le devoir? Le devoir? Excuse me, can you repeat that? Wish to offer your services to House Durandare. What, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha, how absurd. As if we'd permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. I mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Ooh. Wait, that's going to be a two-piecer. It's going to look cool, though. I can tell. Hey! Look like a fancy nutcracker. So Ludovois is doing his utmost to intimidate you into leaving. Alone of mercy, are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. Where the hell is that knight I sent on patrol? She should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform. A house of Durandare is mine. Search for dude in the snow. Hello, dude in the snow. Wasn't for you, so I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms worse. I must immediately inform my superiors heretics operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna see how quickly I get it back. Cheers up. Comes back up pretty quickly. Kill and log updated. Is there a dude here I can't attune there either. Oh. Ludovois. I must say I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, sir. Alright, well, so thanks for hanging out, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Except for the bit with the Neuraxia and the death and all that. We shall push on. See you next time, dude. Shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, I understand it's ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatory and introduce yourself to Edmel. Speak with Edmel. someone over here. Fort of Fear. Oh, it could be dungeon. Gotta remember that. Some of these blue ones are gonna be dungeons. There's a couple too, some other dungeon quests that don't go through the main quest that I want to do tomorrow. The gentlemen come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because information is used to chart Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. You would persist with your inquiries. Pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamont up above. Speak with Forlamont. Forlamont. Wow, he's really up high. Forlamont. Forlamont. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what you ask? Were our records to fall in the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we're the arbiters of Halone's will. I will not put our great nation at risk. Certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Voldemort. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillam. You honor us with your presence, sir. The gentleman was just leaving. You must be the one who rescued House Durander's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Kurthus 5 years ago, yes? You've come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. I wish you the best of luck in your search. I would also strongly advise caution. The snows can come quickly in Kurthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge. The next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by a blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst travelling, not give in to temptation to deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Durander in that fashion. Thank you, sir. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. You can give me a buttload of experience, though. And I wonder if that was a hint when the dude said, follow a single. Maybe not. Men of honor. Josie is attempting to attract your attention. You there, sir. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favour in exchange. Man, all the ladies really asking for the favours. An associate of mine has yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of Ixal in the vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologer and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Okay. Alright. Shortcuts are shortcuts. Oh, this dude's probably boned. All these big dudes. Establish a oh, I need to get these ones. I think these are probably in a different journal. Yeah, there they are. Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights? Man of House of Durandare cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, sir. I mean, I'm here. I need to kill one of them. Yep, Ixal Bounding, one of them. Huh. Okay then. If you say so. Alright, so Eorzea should be happy with us then. No, this is not the house. Up in here. Have to go to the top again. Oh, at least we got the bird. I didn't know we could use the bird last time. Arrogant fool returned not long before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the danger our knights face every day. But you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him you already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at first sign of Dravanian aggression, yet you have already aided them twice, which they are honour bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portelaine for an official introduction to other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in the Nishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Well, isn't that kind of her to help us like that? Where is Portelaine? Downstairs. Alright, I'm really liking this sort of... You get reduced to 1 HP from falling to... Huh. Okay. It's good unless you don't make it all the way to the bottom. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles. An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. While you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses? It's only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. Quest complete. Well, the Portal Lane requires you perform a third task on behalf of House Durandare. I understand you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a man of your skills but a moment to complete. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. In the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helenart, further improving chances they indulge your request for aid. Yes. Recover stolen wares. Down the road. Alright. You will get your stuff. Now, in my little book here, it says I need to kill something in Providence and something in White Brim, which I don't think is the direction we're going. Providence is much further north and White Brim is over there, so that can wait. And I think this would probably do this, finish up for this guy, and then might rest up. That one looks somewhat suspicious. You are being watched. Portal Lane, I bring you back 3 crates of goods. Have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? I do. There you go. I want to toot my own horn, but that's pretty good. God bless you, friend. It's all here. Every last of it. Wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hell, that's personal property of Lord Frankel, too. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me. A draconian rosary, in the possession of Lord Frankel. Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helenart is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, sir. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Helenart. Your other injunctions will need to be postponed as well. It is duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. I understand. You know what? Looks like Carolite has something to say. Come closer, lad, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Frankel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Halianart for years prior to the Calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of a coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss. He will know for you are friend. Now go. Well, we will go warn Frankel tomorrow.